Jon.
Hey, Rebecca, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
So what are you doing today to get ready for the big fish day?
And we are setting up our market with all the fresh fish we got in today and getting ready for have a big fish market day.
Fish is so healthy for you. It's good for your heart and all that, and a lot of people don't get the allotted servings, I guess.
Well, the FDA suggests eating 2 to 3 servings of fresh fish a week, and that's at a minimum. You can imagine how few Dallasites actually get that. But if you think about it, it's really not that much. That's 1 dinner a week, 1 lunch a week, and you're already hitting the FDA suggested amount.
And about how big, how much is a serving?
This is a nice 6-ounce serving.
Looks good. So Dallas is known for like steak and burgers and stuff, you know, but you can really get a lot of like the freshest fish here, right?
More fish flies in and out of DFW airport than any airport in the world. So a lot of people say, oh, I only get fish on vacation. Well, you go down to Miami and you can see their turquoise water and you order the mussels. The mussels traveled as far to Miami as they do to Dallas. In fact, ironically enough, we eat steak all the time. Our cows are not necessarily local cows. So, I mean, yes, we can get the freshest fish in the world in Dallas, Texas. And you look around town between Spoon and Driftwood, and obviously we're proud of what we're doing here. I really think there's a seafood revolution going on in Dallas right now.
And I mean, TJ's is kind of like a, restaurant. You can come here and order, or you can take it home. So how does that work?
We always said we didn't want it to be a restaurant. We want it to be a fish market with seats. And what that means is you order your fish at the counter. We always say to people, the menu is the fish case. The fish changes every day, and so the menu is what we have that day. So you walk up, you point to the fish you want, and then you pick one of 7 ways you can have it prepared, and you see, we take the fish out, we take a piece out, we pass it through this window, and then it comes back out cooked awesome.
I mean, you have recipes and you have ideas for people to do it at home too, which is
Yeah, so for instance, let's say somebody today wanted to get the amberjack with the Mediterranean tomato confit tapenade. They could have that, sit down and eat it, or they can take it out to go home. But even better, I think we're the only restaurant in town that will teach you how to do everything at home. You can buy the amberjack, you can buy the fish sand, which is our multi-purpose seafood seasoning that we season every piece of fish with, and then you can get the tapenade.
Oh.
So you can literally recreate that dish for your family at home, and they'll be amazed. It should taste like a restaurant because it's all the components that we put together. Fish is easy, steak is hard. We're trying to do something a little different here. We really want to do things here that people can replicate at home and show them, yes, there are all these really chefy technical preparations you can do with seafood, but great fish should be the star of the plate, and the least you can do with it, the more the fish is the star. And so we want to show people that you don't have to be a culinary star to cook really great seafood.
you walk into the fish market and you can smell it to walk
Turn
in.
around. Well, let me ask you this. Take a deep breath. Does it smell bad in here?
No.
We have hundreds of pounds of fish in here. And not just fish fillets, fish heads and fish tails and fish bones, and fresh fish doesn't smell.
If I ask someone, hey, do you like seafood? No, I don't like stuff that tastes fishy.
We don't use the F word. Fishy refers to rotten fish. People's expectations in the city of Dallas, we think that that's what fish smells like. And it's not, any more than a strawberry should be moldy or bread should be stale. What happens is the longer fish has been out, bacteria settles on it. When you look at a piece of fish, it should be shiny and glossy. If it has a little bit of kind of a matte finish to it, that's a sign that it's getting old. If it has kind of a stickiness to it, that's a sign it's getting old.
How long could it last in your refrigerator before you needed to cook it?
If you're buying really fresh fish, you don't necessarily have to eat it that night. I would eat it that night or the next night. At that point, after that, you're really not getting fish that's that much fresher in the grocery store. Tell your fishmonger, or us, that you're not eating it that night. We'll dab it real dry, wrap it in saran, wrap it in paper, and we'll give you some suggestions like keeping a Ziploc bag of ice over it. I think the biggest obstacle to fresh seafood in Dallas is people not demanding fresh seafood. Just because you can see the water doesn't mean the fish is coming from there, and just because you can't see the water doesn't mean you're not getting the freshest seafood in the world. Dallas, Texas has access to the freshest seafood in the world from both coasts. Demand fresh seafood in Dallas, Texas.